Alright, so here's the thing. If you're into filmmaking and you don't have much equipment or money to spend, then you usually end up looking for as many tips and tricks to try and make your videos look like they have a higher production value than they really do. So, I'm here to share some of them with you folks. And if you have access to a camera and a tripod, then you should be able to do all of these. First off, here's what I do in order to accomplish cinematic camera movement. Dolly and tracking shots can help elevate the visual storytelling of your content, but the professional rigs used in order to pull off shots like these are far too expensive for the individual filmmaker. However, if you're filming on a smooth surface, then you can use something like a carpet, a piece of cardboard, or anything with little to no friction that you can place your equipment above to use as a makeshift dolly. I myself use this old yoga mat. I place my tripod and camera on top and slowly slide backwards. You can use this trick for a tracking motion from side to side as the focus point remains in the same position. Or even for dolly shots, though maintaining focus for that is trickier. That's why I mainly use it when I want to stylistically have my object go in and out of focus with the dolly shot. A way I pulled off a slow dolly in shot in one of my shorts was that I shot at 60 frames per second, started the shot in focus on the subject, then gently slid the makeshift dolly backwards and out of focus, and in post, I slowed the clip down and played it in reverse. I also used Premiere Pro's warp stabilizer effect to make it look even smoother. The software doesn't let me use the warp effect with clips that had their speed altered. So what I do is I right-click the speed altered clip and select the nest option, then add the warp stabilizer to the nested clip. My actor did have to perform in reverse as well, so this kind of shot is easier to do when the point of focus of the shot is an object instead of a subject. Just make sure to set one of your tripod legs in the front opposite of the way that you're pulling, so that your rig doesn't tip over. Another way to pull off tracking or dolly shots without a tripod is with a towel, a table, and maybe some books in case you need more height. Simply place your camera on top and slide the whole thing as smoothly as possible. Bonus tip, having actors walk into focus can be a good trick if you're trying to compensate for lack of focus pulling. But just like slow motion, don't just use these visual tricks without having some sort of motive behind them. Make sure they're helping you convey specific narrative or emotional points. Now on to the second trick. This is how I get bird's eye view shots. Not super wide drone-like shots of skyscrapers, but simple shots of characters and or objects. This one is pretty simple. Tilt down your camera as much as possible, facing the gap between two of your tripod legs, having the third one placed behind. Extend to their max, and now tilt the entire thing until the camera and the floor are perfectly perpendicular. You can either hold on to the back leg of the tripod, or use any object around you to keep it stable. For example, for a shot in a documentary I made, I was filming myself going through the pages of a book while it was placed on a table, and I used some chairs to hold on to the rig. You can even film cooking or drawing videos, but from the opposite side, in order to have some space for you to move, and then in post, simply flip the shot. A third trick I use involves doors and windows for shaping natural light. If you don't have any lighting equipment and you're shooting in the daytime indoors, having a window to the side of your subject can help light them up. You can also use the opening of a door or blinds to shape your light to make your shots more interesting. If you use all these tricks and follow basic filmmaking principles such as the rule of thirds for your framing, then you can create fantastic films on a budget. That's all I have to say for this video. If you're new here, my name is Sami and I make videos talking about movies as well as making my own films. So if you liked what you saw and would like to see more, then make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.